Testing, testing. I got my earbuds in. I don't know if they connect the same way because I messed up my mic. This cord is messed up. So I'll be getting another cord, but I just want to see if this works. Let's see how you do this. Oh, by the way, how y'all doing? I am David with HO Power Train, and we build model railroading here, collect Hot Wheels, do all sorts of hobbies after work, right? So if you guys can hear me, please let me know. I'm testing my new uh, earbuds out. Let's see. It's been very busy, man, over here. I've been doing a lot of additions, as you've seen in the shorts. In fact, y'all can see that. I've been building that skyscraper. My 3D printer is going on right now. And I've been doing a lot. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up, please, if y'all can. You probably can't hear me. I don't know if I can type on this thing. No. I take it for granted that y'all can hear me. Okay. Thank you, Lon. Can you hear me, man? I got my new earbuds in. God bless you. Thank you, William. How y'all doing? Thank you, William. Lacey, how you doing? Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me, guys. Good. All right. Good. 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 Is it? Can y'all hear a lot of static in the background? 'Cause I got my earbuds. My mic. I don't know. I got to get me a new cord. Thank you, William. Thank you, Bubblegum. Appreciate that. Hope y'all having a great day. Hope y'all been enjoying the videos. We've been doing a lot. What's next in the giant empire? Well, I'll switch you around. Building the city system here. This is a city complex. I'll be putting some more skyscrapers in here, and I'm going to be putting a street system. I'm building, and this is if you're looking at it like this, you'll be able to see how it's going to kind of tie in. Yeah, William, huge building. It's a task putting that thing together. In fact, it's what probably around 30 inches, 32 inches, something like that. I just got my chain. I'm using a small chain for my vehicles. And I'm kind of mocking it up here, and it's going to run in here. So do about 30 foot of chain, you know, in a loop. So while we're waiting, let's fire one of our locomotives up. And that Walders don't skip a beat. That's a badass train right here. Both of them, actually. Thank you, William. Yeah, as you know, we built a big empire already. Kind of got my own little big world going on over here. Took quite a lot of time to do this and effort. No, William, I don't have any couplers. I need to get back and doing some more stuff to these things. But what it is, I got so many irons in the fire, man. How much time I work? Mostly 8 to 9 hour days. Not in the hobby room. I actually work, but in here, I might get an hour or two daily. I don't have the privilege to invest all my time in my hobby room. It'd be nice. Oh, you love to see that locomotive pull some weight? Well, I put it like this. Uh, you're not stopping it. I put a piece of metal on top of it. That's by far that's in any that'll by far beat most of my locomotives. Every locomotive, in fact. Absolutely, it's a beast. I mean, it's a big hunk of metal. It's gear reduced down with a belt drive. It has a belt drive in here, and it's reducted here. And I put my RC shafts in here. And it's by far, there's nothing on the market that'll surpass this HO scale locomotive, guaranteed. Get a break. That's so much time. Yeah, William. I would like to, but in life you have to work, make your money, and you know, get after it so we can buy more hobby stuff, right? I hear you. I figured out. Hello, Scoobers. Just having a little chat, relaxing from my work day, showing you guys what's going on. I can't hear myself talk because I got my earbuds in, and I'm not used to streaming like this. So bear with me. It's kind of weird streaming like this, you know. Thank y'all guys for y'all comments, y'all likes, and for the support. I appreciate it. Hubert, what are you planning for the skyscraper? Just I'm building a cityscape, Scoobers. I'm filling this area in with a city front, basically for the look. You know, I always did love a city scheme, and I always wanted to do the city scheme. And now, what better time than now? You know, so maybe put some lights in it later. But I'm definitely going to be building another one like this, making kind of like a twin tower. Okay, William. Sure, anytime. So yeah, we're gonna have a main street in here. I'm gonna have a main street, and I'm using a small chain here. So it's like a timing chain. It's very small, so I can loop it the way I want into here. I'm gonna make a big bridge, like a kind of like a car bridge. Maybe not so much like a Golden Gate Bridge, but a car bridge. And the chain's gonna ride on the bridge. It's gonna drop into here, and I'm gonna figure out my design with the chain to see where the cars are gonna pass. You too, William. You also have a great day. So that's the plan. Right now we have, sorry if I get a lot of feedback through my mic on these earbuds, I can't tell. But right now we're 3D printing a spur gear, and that's going to be the drive part of the chain. There you go. There you go, Blake, if you're watching. I know you like them Hot Wheels. Uh, Again, these Walders, all I've been running lately is Walder locomotives. These Walders just time after time just work, man. They don't complain. They don't give any derailing gremlins. They just work. I have Athens that are a little finicky. I have scale trains definitely that are finicky. I'm gonna say this: I did find out that scale trains, in fact, I have the locomotive here. Let me sit down and I'll show you guys this. I did figure out why these scale trains don't operate so well. I figured it out. So, me as a ex-machinist, better set y'all up. Yeah, so I used to do machine work, and as a machinist, you got to know tolerances, um, measurements, precision. That makes a difference in um, things operating, right? So I've always had trouble with the scale train derailing. Now, again, I do have some little mistakes on my track, but when you have an Athearn running well, a Bachmann, Rapido, a Walters, and all that runs well, and you have a scale train that keeps derailing, you start looking into things, start asking questions, right? So what I found out through some measurements on the scale trains, in fact, so you guys don't see I'm bullshitting you, I found out that the trucks here, they're wider than normal. Okay, so if I take a measurement on this truck, a precision measurement on it, you're looking at 0.5, 165 thousandths. Okay, versus, remember that number, 0.5, 160, versus a Walters. You know, these Walters run well. Okay, lock it, 0.5. So scale trains is 160 thousandths over. They're wider. So what happens is there's less movement on their wheels, forgiveness on their wheels. You can see it. I'll hold this and show you. There's less forgiving. See that? And because of that less forgiving, when you have a little hiccup on your track, you'll derail. Versus scale trains, you can see how much forgiveness they have in it. A whole lot more forgiveness. So again, in the machine world, 160 thousandths on precision. Walters has more forgiveness, more slack, and they can hold on the track better. That's why scale trains derail on a a harder, what's the word I'm looking for? A less forgiving railroad. Okay, so now I know why scale trains derail. Excuse me. Glad I figured it out now. Now I see through measuring, and now I know. Um, Even Athearn has a slimmer wheelbase also. Okay, back to it. What are you guys doing? What are y'all working on? If I need to know anything, let me know. I'll answer it the best of my ability and my experience I learned over here. There's my fish, still living. It's hot in here, man. I got hot at work. I don't even need to be in here right now. I'm ready to get this scene done, man. I really am. I'm kind of like, uh, there's so much going on in here, and to do it right, you have to take your time. Hello, village. Luna, I'm just landscaping and added switches and lights and oh, cool, man. Those lights are going to be awesome. That's what makes a layout: lighting, movement, uh, cleanliness. You know, it makes a layout really, really pop. Scoobers, what more do you want to do? Well, I got to uh finish. Well, it's not much to finish the track work on the shop. I got to start landscaping in here. Got to start. Yeah, I got to start doing that. It's kind of like it's. Yeah. Yep, that's right, Lon. Yeah, that's the big argument. Yep, your way, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you'll say that. Oh, um, definitely. If you know what I mean, we got enough haters out there to say, "Oh no, it's not right." Yeah, I understand. Absolutely, your way. That's right. Absolutely. See, I run DC here, and I also can run DCC. And people think that DC is dying. They think that DC is out of style, is dying. They're far from the truth with that. DC is still popping. Uh, People just getting into the hobby, trying to run trains, they're gonna go to, and get themselves a DC system to start, and it just DCC is good, but of course it costs more, But I'm telling you, DC is still popping. Absolutely. Running DCC locomotives a long time over here on this giant layout the way it is. Um, I do find that again DCC is finicky. We done talked about that a million times, and DC is way more forgiving, way more forgiving. DC is direct current. You're getting current draw from your tracks into the locomotive, and all it has to do is go. Yeah, you can have some trouble spots with dirty track, but it's more forgiving than DCC. DCC, again, it's got that circuit on top, and things have to be perfect for DCC. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I still love my DC. And when I started the HO journey, um, I was running all DCC at first, and I couldn't get a handle on why my DCC stuff would sputter so much. My wiring is good in the beginning, until I figured out that DCC is a finicky system. Hello, Mike. Chilling from the day off, my friend. Well, not the day off, this afternoon off, right? Aside from electrical things going on in the beginning over here, that's why I soldered everything, because I wanted to make sure I get full current to all this, because it's such a big layout. I didn't want to have to start chasing things. And there were some spots where I didn't solder rail joiners, and I had to go back and solder them because I was losing connection. Like, for instance, here above them trees and in that curve, I didn't solder, and I was losing some connections. So that taught me a lesson. I also blocked this layout out. So if I have any shorts, it'll pick up through these bulbs. Let's see if I can create a short. We'll use this. It should. See how that lights up? Watch how I place it on the track. Pulls the short away from the track into the light. That's essential for DCC. Not so much for DC, but DCC, because if not, you'll threaten to burn the coders up. What's going on, everybody? What y'all doing? Feel free to hit the chat up. No, Luna, it's not. You put your main bus line, okay? You put your main bus line under your layout. That's going to be your positive and your negative. Then you come off with a sub bus. So basically, it, it's kind of hard. I have a video of that in the beginning, but I don't know if I can show you under it, maybe. It comes off it's a sub bus that comes off the red wire, and you take that sub bus wire and you wire it onto the side, or vice versa, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's going to be your sub bus, and you take the other wire and run it back to the bus line. Hello, MOBA, how you doing? No, and what it is, whatever your block is going to be, let's say, I'm trying to explain this. Let's say by that road here, you come around to this road, you want to create a block right there. Your sub bus is going to run that entire length of that. That's going to be one block. So it's going to be one wire from your bus line to your light, okay, off the sub bus, and then you come off of that and go back to the main bus. Then you take your feeders and connecting to the sub bus. There's videos on it. There's many people that's done it like that. It's very important for, I mean, you don't have to do it because some of your systems have it incorporated like a safety feature in their NCE has it, but it's a little small fuse in the panel, in your control panel. And what it'll do, it'll glitch. Your NCE will glitch if you pick up a short. But if it keeps doing that over time, you can burn the fuse in the handheld um, control. So that's why I did it like this. So it was double insurance. So we get the short on the bulb and not in the handheld all the time. Hello, John. How y'all guys doing? There's a little pipe load. Sounds like BNSF needs a service. Put some more oil in that thing. Knock on wood, all my locomotives run great, as in starting up and working. And I just put them on the track and let them go. No, John, I don't. I do not. I never really, I never really caught on to Thomas. It's cool, for the people that did, but yeah, I never really caught on to Thomas. Guess that's out of my era. Thomas is popular though. I guess if I'd have sat down and watched some of the episodes, but I never really caught on to that. I was always working, going to school or working. These mountains are built from shop towels and plaster, and they make for a good covering. A little messy, but you can't beat it. Yeah, I'm sticking to more like the realism, but I also like to create my own locomotives, like you see, like the Venom trains and stuff. I still like that, for fun, for play. But yeah, no, I mean nothing against it, uh, John. Nothing against it. I just never really caught on to it. Right, John. Yeah. Well, I really can't say no face on them because I have that Warrior train and that Venom train. But that's just for, like fun. But yeah. Okay. I think it's great though. You see Thomas everywhere. So yeah, man, I'm really, really, really excited for the Cityscape. Never mind how the table looks. I know it looks a little janky as shit right now, but what I'm gonna do is add a drape, and I'm gonna paint this. So you're not gonna see all under here. I did leave enough room here so I can go back like here. I can go in between here. You know, John, which is my favorite? Hmm. I've got so many favorites. I think the SD90 Mac, that one right there. This little baby's been through some hell, man. This thing fell off my layout. This is DCC, by the way. And I have a video where I was trying to push it and I tipped it and it fell off the layout. And I broke some things. Like I lost this, the panel. You know, I left it just like that for the character. It has a story, you know. You see how I left that dent. Oh look, my plow's coming off. There you go. So I gotta re-glue that. Yeah, that sucked, John. But it's okay. It's okay. It gives it more character and she'll still fire up. But look at that, the plow's coming off. Oh, there it is. More work to do. Gluing it. Uh TOG. Do you have any steam with more than one set of cylinders? I have a big boy and a 460. Steam is very popular. I get that question asked a lot. I do have a big boy though. He is a big boy. This turntable here, I don't think I have it wired up. No, unplugged it. But this was a crappy turntable to say the least. I paid like $100 for it, and I see why I paid so cheap for it. Yeah, $100, right? Cheap. But anywho, I should have bought the $300 one. I say that a lot. But this one works for what it needs to work, but it's not like the more expensive one. I'm not really focused. Well, no, I take that back. I am focused on modern because, as you can see, a lot of my locomotives are modern. But if I had more, how can I say this? If I had more focus on buying more locomotives, purchasing more locomotives, I would definitely get some more steam. I like steam. But the thing is, you know, as you're building a layout, uh, you have to see what's important and trying because, as you know, I'm funding this all myself. There's strictly straight from the sources here. I'm getting all my stuff. Okay, so it's kind of hard and slow, but it's okay. I'm building up slowly. I guess once I get things knocked out, I can look into more stuff like that. I would really like to own everything, but it's just not possible. One, because we have no train shows around here. I'm in Louisiana. There's no such thing as train shows over here in the southern states at all. People just work, pay bills, and repeat the cycle. Go fishing, hunting, we go camping. That's 90% of the people around here do that. As far as a hobby, I'm the only one in many miles around me that does this. So there's no such thing as train shows around me. Hobby shops, the closest is like 100, 110 miles from me. A decent hobby shop. You might have one or two trains besides Hobby Lobby. So it's very challenging for me to get good deals. So my source is mainly eBay. See if we can add a constant to this. Let's reverse it. I just love that response of that Walters, man. I have yet had the clean track lately since I've been running these Walters. I mean, it's just awesome. Let's see. So both of these locomotives are speed matched because they're the same exact locomotive. And they're not tugging or fighting each other, pulling. So we just hook them on up like this, back to back. That's my fancy DCC. Right, and just turn them on. That's, did it have a derail? It sounded like something derailed. Maybe not. Which company do you mostly get the engines from? Lately, I'm on the kick of Walters. So Walters is going to Walther brand or eBay for sure, depending on how your question is. Do you put broken and don't run anymore on custom made dioramas, or do you just set them on the shelf? I think I have a couple of broken ones that's actually broke. I just leave them there. I don't really do nothing with them. I might, but all my locomotives run. Yeah, yeah, Pete, true. But I enjoy it. It's a place to hang my hat. I enjoy this. This was a zombie scene that I did. That's why you see everything kind of just strewn out. Bunch of little zombies. Some more scenes I need to come complete. Oh, there's my war bonnet. I didn't know I left it right there. That's an Athearn. She runs okay. She wants a high center on the middle wheel every once in a while. This wheel. I may be moving my shop building where that bridge is at. I think I have enough room. I need to get out of my head that when I'm building stuff like this, that everything has to work perfectly. It really doesn't. It could just be for show. So I have to. I'm learning that. I like to make everything function for a purpose. Hello, real lower box fan. How you doing? I'm very surprised in the fourth year going into here with the winter months and the summer months that we have no issues. Very surprised for that. Cool, man. Those mountains, they just do it. Those mountains do it for me. I'm running HO scale GTA. There you go. Ooh, that BNSF is whining. There's some construction vehicles. These little things are pricey, man. They get very expensive. Look very cool though. Or in scale. Yeah, Z scale is like not having a layout. But in scale, absolutely. True. In scale is a good choice. HO and in scale is going to be your, your most affordable and a good, yep. But in scale, you can do a lot in scale. Again, I had this room filled up with in scale at one point. Like all this had was in scale. All this. When I started building buildings, I gave up on it. But I had track laid, I had mountains. All this was a mountainscape. But the in scale, you can do a lot for real. Yep. Yeah, the Z scale stuff. I never really was into the small stuff. It's just I don't know. The Z scale, the T, it's just too small. I guess it's cool. I guess I don't know. I never owned it. I'm happy with HO, but N scale definitely has its place. I would not rebuke that, and I would, you know, definitely persuade people to get N scale if they have uh, no space. N scale is right there with HO. You hear a lot, people say it's too small, but I mean, again, it fits its purpose. Yeah, the T scale. No, yeah. There's some loads I did. Now, all this stuff I have like on lives you can check out that I did in the past. I got a big library of videos and lives. You can see how I did all this. This is a Bachman car. Very, very overpriced car. The car was expensive. I gotta figure out another scheme I want to do eventually. Something like this. Yeah, pencil size. Yeah, that's just. I think it's the T stuff is like magnet, right? I've got magnets in that thing. Yeah, Garden Railroad. Yeah, I thought about it at one point. I even wanted to do O scale, but I really got to start thinking about that. I was like, man, I got enough here. The G scale, yeah, it's awesome. The Mad Max. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. That's a three, and again, these are 3D printed. You probably take a T gauge route in the windows. Yeah, every corner of the house you have a train somewhere, huh? There's some if you guys into cars, there's some M2s, that Reaper van, that truck, that trailer. How cool is that? Let's check out Sprocket. See how Sprocket's coming out. Sprocket's doing good. How I do those? I 3D print them. I print the. This is a SV70 Ace, and I find the character Venom, and I'll do some cutting, some chopping, and I'll incorporate it into the design, and then I'll slice it in my slicer, and I'll 3D print it into my 3D printer. Of course, I got to come back and cut out wherever the motor is going to go. Got the big can in that one. You definitely don't see that every day. The sprocket is for my car system I'm designing. Sprocket's going to go here. It's going to go around and pull some Matchbox cars and HO scale trucks all through here. Cool. TOG. Yeah, it takes a little while to figure it out. But yeah, it worked out pretty good. I love my 3D printer, man. If you can afford to buy one, definitely I would say go for it. So next, I got to anchor this to the concrete. Anchor that to the concrete so that does not move when you're running that car system. So that's going to be next. I think I found out where it needs to go. Damn, that's an R. I can't get over that building. Whew. I'm gonna have to wash the sprocket because this bushing I printed didn't stay. I don't really need the bushing, and I'm already almost finished with the sprocket. I don't want it to fail right at the end. Corona, good choice. Old English, OG, yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that, my friend. It's a hard day of work. The Batman also. Check this out. That's a Bachman, the Hawthorne Height. Sweet little locomotive. Awesome. I'm amazed that my earbuds work with this. Whew, this side needs some buildings. Bad. I may do like a bunch of these. I don't know. Like I 3D printed these buildings here, the stackable buildings. So I may do a bunch of them on the other side. I already have this file ready to go. So all these are 3D printed also. Of course, you got to paint the wheels. These little trucks like this, they get expensive, man. This little truck was like 20 something bucks, bro. They're cool looking. So damn expensive though. Oh, there's one. That shit adds up quick. Man, that skirting on the bottom of that layout makes a big difference. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. No, Michael, I do not have operator sessions. I only operate when I feel like it for me, but no, around here it's very hard to get somebody to come do operating sessions. I'm not even set up for that. My dad was still living privately would do some stuff, but since then it's a private railroad. Yeah. Maybe one day, I don't know. See where life leads me and how work treats me. Definitely need more time on my hands. Ooh, that's a cool truck. Oh yeah, definitely nice in here because I got that AC right there. Shit, it's nice in here right now. Well, alrighty, guys. I guess I'm gonna head on out. Kind of caught y'all up. I enjoyed talking with you guys. Now I have to watch the sprocket. Go get me something to eat. Continue on my model railroad stuff. So I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you guys for coming by, liking, and always feel free to comment, like, subscribe, chat, whatever you want to do, and we'll continue making the content. See you later, guys.